everyone, we are deciding on our new story, and this is what happened. While discussing with my mama, I had one question. Mama, in our last two stories, we have been listening and talking about a name that's coming again and again, and so I want to know who he is. And did you notice he is able to talk to both the Asuras and Devas alike and help them? Like Prahlad, a devotee of Lord Vishnu, but born as an Asura, and Dhruv, a human, and Indra, and every other god. Guys, do you know who I'm talking about? It's none other than the great Saint Narada. Surely there is something special about him, and I cannot stop feeling that there is something mysterious and important, much more than meets the eye. Who is he, Mama? I want to know more and share it with my friends.
Narayana, Narayana. So, you want to talk about me? Well, although I don't like to talk about anything else other than Sri Hari, my story is related to him, so let's begin.
In the historical tales, Narada Muni traversed the distant worlds and lokas, singing the glories of the Lord to the alluring music of veena. Have you seen a veena? It's a musical instrument and it looks like this. In one of many such tales, as described in the Bhagavad Puran, Lord Brahma suggested Narada Muni to settle down and expand his lineage. But Narada Muni refused. He just wanted to sing the glories of the Lord. Infuriated, Lord Brahma cursed him to lead the life of a Gandharva, a celestial singer, for one kalpa, which is a single day in the life of Lord Brahma, which equals to 432 million solar years. Thus was the birth of Narada Muni among the demigods of Gandharvas, in angelic beings as they are called, as Upabarhana. However, in this birth, owing to the misconduct in a musical fest, where he missed a particular rag or beat as he was distracted by the charm of the women around him, he was cursed to be born among the earthly beings by the demigods. He was born as the son of a maidservant of some particularly saintly priest or Brahmins. The priests, being pleased with both his and his mother's service, blessed him by allowing him to eat some of their food, prasadam, previously offered to their Lord Vishnu. Gradually, he was treading on the path of bhakti, meaning devotional worship directed on supreme deity, usually Vishnu, and for the rest of his life. Narad Muni focused on his devotion, meditation, and worship to Lord Vishnu.
In fact, in many ancient texts, it is mentioned that Narad Muni had to take many births before he attained this position of being the Narad Muni we know of today.
After his death, Vishnu then blessed him with the spiritual form of Narada, as he eventually and widely became known. He is a divine messenger constantly wandering around in the three realms: heaven, Satya to Bhuvarlok, earth, Bhulok, underworld, Atal to Patalok. He is the knower of all, past, present, and future, so he gives out information whenever needed to all: the Devas, gods, the Rakshasas, demons, and the men, earthly beings. Narad Muni has a very high rank or position in the Vedic text as one of the 12 Mahajanas, or great authorities on eternal truth.
Details of his life and teachings are recounted in the Narad Puran, the Padma Puran, and throughout Srimad Bhagavatam.
So advanced in his level of spirituality That in these texts he is also sometimes called Bhagwan, a term usually reserved for the Supreme Lord. And in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna himself says, "Of the sages among the demigods, I am Narada." Narada is also called the perfect Guru, and some of his disciples are Rishi Valmiki, who is the author of the Ramayana. And remember Prahlad and Dhruv? If you want to hear those stories, you can go to our channel. And even Vedvyas. For this reason, Narad is the guru of gurus. Do you know he even became once a gopi? According to the Narad Puran, the Skanda Puran, and the Padma Puran, when Narad first heard that Lord Krishna had appeared in Vrindavan, he wandered Vrindavan's 12 forests looking for any signs of his beloved Lord. Even after a lot of effort, he could not see Krishna. Then Vrinda Devi, a prominent gopi, appeared before Narada and told him that to meet the Lord he would have to adopt the mood and form of a loving gopi himself. This was possible, she said, only for the most advanced practitioners of spiritual life, and could effect such a change by bathing in a nearby pond known as
Kusum Sarovar.
Kusum Sarovar. Narad did as she said and took a bath in the Kusum Sarovar. And he became Naradi. And instantly he was able to see Vrindavan, new eyes, and enter into Krishna's pastimes with the cowherd girls.
The gopis.
Here, Vrinda Devi instructed him to bathe in another pond which came to be known as Narad Kund, and he resumed his male form. Do you know the story of how Narad Muni became the guru of Sage Valmiki? The boy born to the sage Prachetasa was given the name Ratnakar by his parents. It is said that when Ratnakara was a few years old, he wandered into a forest and got lost. The young boy was found by a hunter who adopted and raised him. Under his foster father's guidance, Ratnakar also grew up to become an accomplished hunter. After marriage, Ratnakar had many children, but they were poor. Out of desperation, he took to robbery and began looting travelers who passed by his area. One day, Sage Narada was passing by the forest where Ratnakar lived. Sensing a good opportunity, Ratnakar attacked Narad, intending to rob him. However, Narad remained unfazed. This surprised Ratnakar, who was used to the sight of people cowering in fear at that very mention of his name. Narad questioned Ratnakar as to why he was committing the sin of robbing others, and Ratnakar replied, "To feed my family." To this Narad said, "Ratnakar, go and ask your family if they will also share the sins you are committing to take care of them." After tying Narad to a tree to prevent him from escaping, Ratnakar returned to his family and asked every member if they were willing to share his sins. No one was willing or ready to share the burden of Ratnakar's sins. Heartbroken at his family's response, Ratnakar returned to Narad and asked him to the path of salvation, to which Narad asked him to chant the name of Lord Ram. But no matter how much Ratnakar tried, he couldn't pronounce Rama. So Narad asked Ratnakar to pronounce Rama backward as Mara. Let's all say this. Mara, 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 Mara. What do you hear? Mara or Rama? Anyways, Ratnakar began his penance by chanting as Narad had instructed him to. Years passed, and one day Lord Brahma appeared before him and blessed him. While Ratnakar was sitting still and meditating for years, ants covered his body with mud to build a nest. And when Brahmaji appeared and saw him, covered by the ant hill or Valmika in Sanskrit, he gave him the name Valmiki. Did you know they say Narada Muni still appears before people? In the year 1767 was born Tyagaraja, a prominent figure in Carnatic music. He was an ardent devotee of Lord Ram and started composing kirtans at a very young age. He considered Sage Narada as his guru and consistently meditated on him. Sage Narada appeared before him and bestowed on him the knowledge of music. He granted him the Swararnavam, or the ocean of Swarams. What are Swaras now? Swaras are Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Dha Ni Sa. Tyagraj was also initiated into the Sri Ram mantra. When he completed chanting the mantra 96 crore times, he heard a knock on the front door. When he opened the door, he was blessed with the vision of Lord Ram, accompanied by his consort Sita. An overjoyed Tyagraj sang in the praise of his divine parents, Devi Sita and Sri Ram. See how Narad Muni again helped a devotee meet his Bhagwan, just like Prahlad, Dhruv, and so many more. And this incident just happened 200 years ago. That means it can happen with us too. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. 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 Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.